Today we got to drive the brand new A4, Audi A4 Quattro.
As soon as I sat in the A4, I was just blown away by all of the different screens and the different features and functions right in front of me. You sit in this car and you know this is the cutting edge, of car tech.
My favourite feature of the new A4 is the Virtual Cockpit dash.
What people like about tech is the ability to personalize and customize. And that's what I love about this, is you can make the dash how you want it. And the graphics are top notch.
The video card's actually made by NVIDIA.
That's right, and NVIDIA is an absolute master at graphics. So it's really great to see that Audi has used one of the best in the business. Audi's always been really tech focused. I mean, it's part of their moniker, and I think they're really leading the charge. It's kind of the minimalist controls too, I think is really good.
I love that MMI touch, as they call it, the fact that you just use your finger as a little stylus.
I mean, you can enter text that way, or you can do it with voice, or you can just use the wheels. So, I think that's really important.
On the outside, the styling's evolutionary. It's just a progression of the previous shape, but under the skin, it's a completely new car, and there's so many tech features on this car, which is really quite staggering when you think about it. There's all these driver assistance features to make it not only safer to drive, but just easier, more convenient. They've got something called traffic jam assist. Traffic jam assist basically means that you lock onto the car in front of you and sort of keep a set distance.
Fantastic.
And you've also got what they call turn assist. So, for example, if we were turning, someone was coming at you, it gives you a warning, and if you do nothing about it, it'll actually apply the brake. There's also the converse of that. If you try to reverse into traffic because you haven't seen them, again, firstly an audible warning, and then if you do nothing about it, it'll actually apply the brakes and stop you from smashing into that car behind you.
The priority when it comes to technology in cars, I think, should be safety first and foremost. Because obviously if we can save lives, if we can prevent mistakes, if my car will brake for me before I need to, that matters the most.
There's a piece of tech in this car that I absolutely love, and that's what's known as exit warning.
It'll warn me that I'm opening a door to a cyclist path or something like that.
Exactly right, yeah. You've even got ultrasonic sensors that you use for the parking. To
combine all of the information that's being gathered all the time takes a huge amount of processing power. I mean, that's what amazes me about the A4, and like I'm driving right now, and there are probably hundreds of thousands of processor cycles ticking over right now. This car is thinking, it's adapting, it's rainy out here, it'll help me stay on the road if it gets slippery. All of that stuff is just about making our experiences safer and better in our cars. I think it's really important that car companies give consumers choice around the technology that they might be using. Everything's connected, your smartphone's connected, or if you're using Google Online, you can send that information to the car. So, Audi's really caught up on that, and they're pretty much leading the way now.
So, in addition to the actual voice control, so Siri comes through that as well?
Yeah, you can use Siri, and Siri is Apple's best bet at a virtual assistant using natural language processing. So if you want to use Siri to look up things, to check your schedule, you can tap into all of that. And that's the whole idea behind integrating these systems into your car, is because you have a lot of schedules and data in your phone, and it's a great way of sharing it with this whole auto ecosystem.
The best sensors, the best programs are the ones that are really intuitive, and that's the best thing about this, is that whether it be Android Auto or Apple CarPlay or whatever it is, if you want to do, you don't really need a 3-hour lecture to use that stuff. I suspect that a lot of the tech that is in this new car, that a lot of people think, I don't really need that, I'm not missing it. Once you then have it, I think you would really feel as though you could never live without it.
Absolutely. Well, fast forward a few years, it's like, what, your car doesn't have GPS? What kind of relic is that?
Exactly right. Despite the fact that this new A4's got all this amazing tech, just as importantly, it's really good fun to drive. Now that I'm driving, we get to talk about the engine and then the performance of the car. This is a 2-litre turbo Quattro, 4-cylinder, 2 litres 4-cylinder. 185 kilowatts. So yeah, you've got a 0 to 100 time in this thing of 5.8 seconds.
Geez, that's pretty amazing for 4-cylinder.
Quattro's Audi's permanent all-wheel drive. It's integrated with every other sort of driver aid that you've got, things like stability management and traction control, and it sort of apportions the torque accordingly. So
it's perfect on a day like today where it's pretty rainy and we've got some nice curvy roads coming up. Gives you that extra confidence, I guess. And it's amazing again how quickly these systems can detect and compensate. So, you know, you're going into a bend and next thing you know, it just knows instantly pretty much.
Yeah, and one of the great things with the new A4 is that it's got Audi Drive Selector standard. Gotta love rain sensing wipers, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't have to do anything. Auto headlights, auto wipers, love it.
Shouldn't have to think about any of that stuff. That's what I want technology to do, just to do the thinking for me. I can drive, relax.
I love driving today with Val, and it's always great to see a different perspective. He's such a tech-orientated guy, and he's got such deep knowledge of what's out there in the market. So yeah, it was great fun today.
This car is definitely more than what you see on the outside. I mean, it's a very nice, elegant-looking car, but you get inside and everything's different. Everything is, you know, technologically focused on this side and beautifully designed on that side. I think that people will be, you know, surprised, pleasantly surprised when they get inside this car and try it out. Hey Siri, which is better, Apple CarPlay or Android Auto?
You choose.
Oh,
Very diplomatic.
yeah. Pin your colours to the mast, Siri.